We produce a lot of seafood in Alaska. We have a $6 billion seafood economy. Almost all of that seafood, really all of it, is wild harvest. But globally, there's more seafood produced from aquaculture than from wild harvest. So in some ways, we're catching up to the rest of the world by starting to utilize our waters to produce more and farm more. In other ways, we're responding to new economic opportunities that haven't been around for long. Together, we're all sort of getting better about where to put our money and what markets want. So ultimately, we need to stand up and accelerate an industry growth, and then we're going to step away, and that has to stand on its own. It's got to make sense. It's got to produce value.
And the governor of the state of Alaska appointed a task force that really looked at how to frame the steps toward an economy based on our oceans that could really be significant. Well, if you take a look at the 7 different project components that are contained within the Alaska Mariculture Cluster, each one of those is looking to lower the risk and to better understand the commodity that mariculture offers.
It's a challenge in some ways because of how we're building a new industry and there's so many pieces of it. And so you have to support workforce development, you have to support marketing, you have to support processing and farming, innovations, and all these pieces at the same time. I mean, yeah, this is this interesting point we're at in the middle of the grant where we're more than halfway through. We've made a lot of the initial investments that got us ramped up, and we really focused on investing in capacity in the state. I mean, it's a low population state, really spread widely, and a really small mariculture industry, honestly, that we're trying to grow into something 100 times what it is now almost. So a lot of time and effort put into smaller projects and smaller amounts of spending over the first year or two. Even the simple things of learning how an invoice needs to be structured so that the auditors approve it and the federal government money can be spent on it. So we feel like we've gotten through a lot of those hurdles. Really excited about the remaining year to 2 years left in the grant.
I can say probably is patient capital.
It's important to invest in people before we invest in projects. So we'll make sure they have the technical training to be able to be effective at what they do. We want to make sure that they have all the tools that they need before they start investing.
This project was not baked from the beginning. We basically had an overarching strategy, but a lot of the choices on the money were not made right away. So there's a chance for folks to ramp up and get engaged. And there's also a chance for competition and more industry-driven input. Everyone's consistently talking about mariculture and wondering about how, what it's going to look like it doesn't go away as a topic. Like, people are still doing new things every time somebody's learning about it. So it just builds this credibility and this story that there's something there. And I think that's permeated into Alaska's conversations from people I know and people you hear. Just the news media is very interested in covering it, but it's a more mature coverage. There's more details in it.
It's good for people, it's good for the environment, good for the planet, and it's great for Alaska.